Hey everyone, Marco here with B4S Media. So, every year, hundreds of thousands of college students study abroad, and who knows, maybe you'll be with them soon. But the question is where do you go? France? England? Australia? Now, these are all great choices, but what about Japan? Before we get into that, let's talk about study abroad. Study abroad. It sounds simple, right? You choose the place of your dreams, you apply to the college in the local area, you save up the money, and boom, you're there. But the location isn't always that easy to figure out. It usually relies on your reasons for wanting to travel abroad and your goals for doing it. So think about it. It all goes back to why. Why do you want to travel? And does the country you're interested in synchronize well with your reasons? Traveling abroad is something that many people do during their time in college. According to the United States Department of State, in the 2016-2017 academic year, about 333,000 American college students studied abroad, which was about a 2.5% increase from the previous academic year. Of the amount of students who studied abroad, about 29% of them identified as racial or ethnic minorities. As the report goes on, it finds that about 1 in 10 undergraduates will travel abroad in their first 4 years in college. Now that could be you. However, currently the world is in the middle of an international pandemic, and many of these international travel programs are being postponed until things return to normal. And that could take some time, especially with the recent spikes that are happening all throughout the US and other parts of the world. So, why are we thinking about this now? Not to mention that there are many different international travel bans being held all across the world. Nevertheless, the pandemic has given us something that we ourselves didn't even realize we needed, and, well, that was time. With this extra time on our hands, taking a minute to review your different options for studying abroad can easily help prepare you for when things go back to being normal. Okay, so you figured out where you want to go, but now what? How do you prepare for it? Can you just ask a friend, surf the web, or read a book? Well, yeah, you can do all the above, actually. Having a general idea on what to do while you're studying abroad is a really great way to help maximize your efficiency while traveling. Meaning, let's say you've never been to New York City before. However, you didn't do too much research and only knew about the Empire State Building and Times Square, but when you got back home, your friends and family asked you what you thought of the Statue of Liberty. Uh-oh, that's awkward, because you don't even know what it is, or if you did, you didn't think it'd be worth seeing when it's actually one of the most famous locations in New York City. This example easily translates over to study abroad. So first find out the famous tourist attractions, then branch out and go do whatever else you'd like. It's always a bit awkward of a conversation when you realize you were just blocks away from one of the most famous destinations in the city and decided to go somewhere else for, well, ice cream or something like that. As I said earlier, talk to your friends. Friends who've already visited your travel location are great sources for finding hidden gems around the city. For example, they might know of an amazing dive bar or an incredible interactive museum that you might like. So just ask. This might sound like a no-brainer, but just spending a couple of hours surfing the web can easily give you so much more information about the place you're going and different things that you can do there. However, a big recommendation I do have is, yeah, follow your friend's advice and the other sources' advice, but give yourself some time so that you can go explore and you can create your own recommendation list. Who knows? Maybe you'll find a few hidden gems of your own. Books. I like to read, and even if you don't, I think that getting this one will help your research increase tenfold. The Lonely Planet travel book series, through my experience, has been one of the best travel book series that exists. Not only does this book give you information about different cities within your country of choice, but so much more, like transportation advice, maps, citywide national events and celebrations, tourist locations, food recommendations, fun activities for all ages, and even phrases and words in the country's main language to help you during your travel. This book literally has it all. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and be sure if you haven't done so already to subscribe and click that notification bell to know when more content's out, and of course, like this video if you liked it and if you want to study abroad. I'll catch you all next time as we talk about why you should study in Japan.